gonna tell the answers very truthfully. Well, the truth is,
we just kept driving.
We just kept driving. Well, camping that's made you feel a bit uncomfortable. I mean, we still stayed there, and it's like a two-bottle method. Everybody seems to think that like there's a secret to it.
I have a bikini on.
Hi guys, welcome to Dubventures and welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, my name's Tom. I'm going to introduce you to Brooke very shortly. And if you are new to the channel, this is our campervan. And we have just been on a 3-week tour of Scotland where we did the Kintyre 66 route, the Southwest Coast 300 route, and then we toured around other bits of Scotland. Guys, the trip was fantastic. You need to check out the previous videos if you've not seen them. Now, while I was on that trip, we've been asked a lot of questions, a lot of personal questions to do with wild camping and different things, but let's get into this video because today we're going to talk about some truths about wild camping.
Hi guys, I'm Brooke, just in case you're new to the channel, and today we're going to tell you all the questions you've been asking us.
And we're going to tell the answers very truthfully, so let's get into it. So the main things about when you're wild camping, especially when you're doing a long tour of somewhere, it's all about cleanliness, hygiene, toilets and things like that. That's what we're going to talk about, but let's touch on the basics first, because one question that we get asked a lot about is how do we take water with us and how do we store it and everything? And basically we just like big 5-litre bottles of water that you can buy. We take a couple of them, don't we?
Yeah.
One of them is like clean drinking water.
And one we use as wastewater.
And one is we use as wastewater, but we'll explain how we do that. But so we're just letting you know that's how we take our water.
And we also take bottled water to drink.
Yeah, for drinking water, and we store it, and obviously we take it. And as we travel, if we need more, obviously we go to shops, don't we? And we buy more. So that covers like the water. Before we actually speak about that, again, we've been asked like a lot of questions. We want to tell the truth about all the things because we don't see a lot of people talking about things like this. But one of the things that we've been asked is about the leisure battery, isn't it? Yeah. Like, because obviously when we're wild camping, you know, parked up for a long period of time, we keep getting asked, how's your leisure battery sort of like coping with everything that we're using? Now, we only use on the leisure battery the TV, the heating.
We charge our phones.
We charge our phones and things like that. The cool box that we have. But with the cool box, we only have that on when the engine's running. So if we're driving somewhere, we have the cool box on, and you know
we unplug it overnight.
We unplug it overnight.
But we only have enough food in there for like
3 days maximum.
We've also been asked how we find wild camping spots because we've just done an amazing trip around Kintyre, the Southwest Coast, and the Isle of Skye, doing many wild camping spots, which we'll put some pictures up here.
And it was we did it for 3 weeks, and every time that we've found an amazing wild camping spot, people have been asking us, how do you find these amazing camping spots? Well, the truth is,
we just kept driving.
We just kept driving and we found them. You know, there's no plan to it. We have the route where we're going and everything.
In Scotland, there's a lot of places.
Yeah, in Scotland you can go to places, you know, that are safe, you know, out the way, you know, you're not sort of like on anyone's doorstep and things like that. But guys, the truth is, with the wild camping spots, we don't use these apps and things that loads of people have said to us, oh, you know, like these apps can tell you where to go, because we found that these apps, if you use them and you get there, everybody else is using the apps, and everybody else is going to them wild camping spots, but the ones that we've gone to, we've just found them. Another main question that we keep getting asked on like these trips that we do, because we do so much wild camping, is do we feel safe wild camping? Now I'm gonna like ask Brooke this, like, do you feel safe wild camping?
Yeah. Well, there was one time on one of our previous trips that I felt uncomfortable because there was a local taking pictures of our van.
Basically what happened was we was wild camped. It wasn't on this trip, it was on a previous trip, and what happened was we was parked in an area that was out the way of everybody. It wasn't like in any residential place or anything like that. And what happened was a vehicle that was like driving past, he pulled over and he took a picture of us. Now I seen him do this, and I got out and I basically said very politely, can I ask why you're taking a picture? And he basically, it turned out he was a local, and because like some people do dump rubbish and things like that, he was probably going to check in the morning when, like, once we've left, if you know, if we'd left any rubbish in that, he would have known like it was us, unless somebody went in after us and dumped rubbish. But So even though that person took that picture, I can kind of understand why I did it, and it's been the only time that we've ever spoke about not safety but like well camping that's made you feel a bit uncomfortable. I mean, we still stayed there and there wasn't any issues or anything, but I don't think that's not a safety type of thing. Just made you feel a little bit uncomfortable that one time, didn't it?
Yeah, it made me feel uncomfortable, but any other time I felt fine, and I absolutely love wild camping. And
you know what, most of the times that we have wild camp, we've met a lot of people that are wild camping as well, that are very similar minded, and you know, got on great with them and everything.
To be fair,
so
if you think of wild camping and then compare it to a campsite, you've got less people coming near your van when you wild camp than you do when you're in a campsite.
That's a very good point. Just on that point about wild camping, what we actually found doing that last trip, there's a lot of car parks in Scotland. I don't know if it's anywhere else.
I think it's a new thing in Scotland that they're doing because of how many people are obviously camping, and they're doing a bit like the French airs, but like Scottish airs.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what they're called, but like we went to a place on Kintyre. Was it Kintyre? Yeah, Kintyre, which was Girvan.
Yeah, we went to the beach and everything, and we actually, as we was coming out, we seen some motorhomes and that parked up, and it had like on the floor, it said campervans and motorhomes, and we was like.
And when we looked at it, well, actually one of our subscribers also told us about this one. It's free to park during the day if you just stop in, but if you want to stay overnight, you can pay for £5 to stay overnight, and it actually has toilets and showers there as well. Yeah,
so it's like £5, you know, you could stay overnight, and you know, we're gonna like keep an eye on that and kind of like see if there's more places doing it.
More that are popping up.
Yeah, but we never knew about things like that. We never knew they existed, but now that they are, we're looking into it more.
It is in one of our previous videos. You'll see it.
Yeah, one of the previous videos. Yeah, I think we spoke about it, and we said
went there. There was like music on the beach and stuff, and there was like a little, like
the big car park and everything. What I'll do is that actual video, I'll put a link in the description, and then if you watch it, you can have a look and you can kind of see, like, you know, what like some places do. But it's a fantastic idea, and you know,
and
like paying £5 exactly,
and you've got facilities as well. I mean,
exactly, just no electric hookup, obviously, but you know, it's no different to like well camping. But you know, you're in a place like you said, you know, where you've got facilities,
and
so.
You're only allowed to stay there, I think, for a maximum of one night. But for £5 for the night, and you've got a shower and a toilet, I mean.
Exactly, so yeah, some information for you there, guys. Right, washing pots, cooking, all these type of things. If you watch our videos, you'll know we do a lot of cooking, and we end up with a lot of washing up. And we get asked all the time, how do we do our washing up? Because we don't have a sink in the van.
Well, there's two things that we do. So if it's simple things that need wiping, we buy these, which are food safe.
The food safe wipes. So if we make a toasty or something like that, that's, you know, just like bread that's being toasted, we just give them a quick wipe, and then we put them in the rubbish bag. And
they're actually really good. They have a lot of soap on them.
Yeah. And the other thing is what we have.
We have a collapsible washing bowl.
So as I spoke about before, we have a 5 litre bottle of water, and what we do is we put a little bit of water in here after we've boiled it, and then we just wash the dishes in there, and then we dry them using a dish towel that we have, and then
we pour the wastewater into our wastewater bottle.
Into the wastewater bottle, and then what we do is when we come to a point where we can dispose of that water, for example, if you go to like some public toilets, which we are going to touch on in a little minute, and then, you know, that's how we get rid of our wastewater. But do you know what? It's quite simple. It's like a 2-bottle method that we use, and it works for us. And do you know what? It's as simple as that. That's how we do our washing up on the pots and everything. And whilst we've got this out, we may as well talk about how do we keep clean. So, baby wipes on a daily basis, wiping and things like that. Now, here's the thing, a lot of campsites, even if you don't stay at them, what do they offer?
So you can actually ring a campsite. Not all campsites do this, but a lot do. You can ring them and ask them if you can just use the facilities, and they normally charge you, like, I think one that we did was £5 each
for a shower.
So we paid £10 and we went and had a shower and everything, and
you just park in like the reception area. They've got like designated spaces,
and they let you stay there while you use the facilities. We had a shower, did what we needed to do, and then we left.
Yeah, exactly. So
I know some people might think, well, £10 for a shower, but it was like £45 for a night to camp there, when we could just have a shower and then move on.
And then because we wanted to like do more well camping, didn't we? And the other thing is, now, like I said, we're telling the truth here, so we're going to tell you exactly how we do it. because this is what we did.
We also use this.
So what we do is we boil some water, put some cold water in it, we put it in there.
Bit of shower gel,
mix it up, we have a sponge, and then basically, obviously not in a very public place, somewhere that we're well camping, you know, we have our underwear on, and we just basically dip the sponge in.
I have a bikini on.
we dip the sponge in, and then we basically just like scrub ourselves like quickly all over, and then we have a small bottle of water, and then Brooke will just pour the water over me.
Holes, we put holes in the lid.
Yeah.
With water
and then just basically spray it over us, and that's how we do it. So I mean, it's simple.
It's not going to be for everyone, but.
And then same thing. What we do is we get the water, we pour it into a 5 litre water, like wastewater. What we do then is, you know, if we come to some public toilets and things like that, we just pour it out.
The wastewater.
So, and that leads us on to the next thing, which is the main question we get asked.
One other thing which touches on washing and things as well. On actual Scotland routes, you will find that there is a lot of places that have showers that you can go to, and you can pay a couple of pounds that aren't on campsites as well.
Yeah.
The same as like the car park that I was telling you about. You can pay £5 to stay overnight. You can also pay just to use the shower.
Yeah, you don't have to stay overnight. You could just like pay to have a shower.
There is so many public toilets on the routes, like tons.
Well, that's going to lead us on to the next thing, because we're going to talk about, now this is like, for us obviously it's very personal, but we know that you guys want to know because you've asked us a lot. We're going to talk about the toilet situation. So, the toilet situation. Now here's the thing. Everybody seems to think that like there's a secret to it, don't they? Like there's some secret way that like you go to the toilet and everything, and everybody asks everybody about it. But well, it's this simple. If you need a pee, and you know, say you're well camping somewhere, and say it's the middle of the night, say it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and you need a pee, how do we do it?
Bottles.
You pee in a bottle. You pee in a like you know, special urine
like
bottle.
A urine bottle, not like a.
Now the thing is, if you're near a public toilet and things like that, yeah, you can go to the public toilet. But the truth is, 3 o'clock in the morning, it's chucking it down outside. You're well camping. You're not near, you know, any like public toilets. You need to go to the toilet, and there's no secret to it. You just have to shuffle out of bed, and you have to have a pee, don't you?
Yeah, but during the day, you're normally out and about, and
there's
many public toilets everywhere, and the main like places that you go and visit, or your tourist attractions, always have toilet facilities.
I mean, everybody knows that like if you need to go for a pee, you need to go for a pee, and you know that's what you've got to do. It's part of van life. Like, and
most people have a toilet.
Yeah, and some people do have a toilet. Yeah, the portaloo. You know, obviously, you know, you use them. We don't have one of them, so we use them. But we do have a collapsible bucket if you need to go to the toilet. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Now the thing is, we've been asked, well, you know, if you do pee in the bottles and things like that, how do you get rid of it? Well, all we do is, again, when we go to a public toilet, it goes in a rucksack. We go in, we pour it down the toilet. We have little bleach tablets, you know, we put it in, and we just like rinse it out, you know, to keep it clean and everything. But there's no secret to it, guys. It's the truth. You pee in a bottle.
Or sometimes we can get rid of it at campsites.
Yeah, if we do end up going on a campsite. So that takes us on to the next thing. What if you really need to go to the toilet? You know what I mean. So what happens if you really need to go to the toilet? Now let me tell you one thing, as Brooke said before, there's public toilets everywhere in supermarkets.
There's a lot of actual public toilets. If you when you're doing a route, it shows you on route maps where all the public toilets are. There is a lot.
Now we do have a collapsible toilet for emergencies, right? It's for emergencies. Now there was one time on the last trip that I needed to go to the toilet, and it was like, right, what we're going to do, we was in a spot, a well camping spot, so we had a look, and basically the nearest toilet, which was at a supermarket, was half an hour away, and we just made a decision, let's drive to the supermarket. You did a bit of shopping while we're there as well, we got some food, I went to the toilet, and then we came back to the well camping spot. I mean, it's that simple, guys. But you do need some type of toilet facility in the van.
Yeah.
And then obviously, you know, you dispose of it. Again, you know, you'd have to go to like campsite, you know, where you can like dispose like waste and things like that. So the truth is, that's how we do it. We do have a collapsible toilet, and it's for emergencies only. But we do kind of like work it out that, look, do we need to go to the toilet before we go to such a place and such a place? And that's why I said emergencies only. But
when you plan the routes, you tend to plan the public toilets as well.
Exactly. I mean, like, it's like when we did the Kintyre 66 route, we was like looking how long it is when you come round, where the nearest shops are and things like that, the supermarkets, and then we just work it out around that, don't we? It just needs a little bit of planning, but it's a good idea to obviously have something in the van in case you need it. So guys, we've not actually told you anything that you don't actually already know.
Everyone knows if you have a sink, you have a waste and a clean water unit type of thing, if you know what I mean. But if you haven't, people are like, well, how do you do this? How do you do that?
Like I say, we just have 2 5-litre bottles, don't we?
It is kind of the same thing. It's just that we don't have it attached to a fancy sink. It's just that we pour it in.
Yeah, we use a funnel. We stick a funnel in, like, you know, when we've had a wash and that, we pour it in. And then we just get rid of it. I mean, that's how we do it. Do any of you guys like do it like that? Do you have like any? Do you guys have like secrets? We're saying we don't have any secrets like how we do things, but have you guys got any like really good ideas? Put it in the comments below. Now, on that note, talk about toilets and things like that. If you are a regular viewer of our channel, you know that we're basically getting rid of our rock and roll bed, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because we're getting a U-shaped setup. That's coming very, very soon. We're working on that to get that done, and hopefully we're going to get that done in the next like month, 2 months or so.
By the end of the year.
By the end of the year. And there's other things that we need to do as well, but all that's coming. But the good thing is, what is one of our main criteria about having the U-shaped thing?
I can have a portaloo.
So we can actually have a proper portaloo. So, you know, we're really looking forward to that. We've got lots of travel coming up. Next week we're going to visit my mum and dad, but my mum and dad have moved down south. Yeah, they've just recently moved.
Don't live that far from, they live about an hour away from Dorset.
Yeah, so we're going to go down there probably 3-4 days, you know, just see how we get on down there.
Spend a few days with my mum and dad, and then we're going to go further down and have a bit of exploring,
do some travelling. So we've got more travel coming, and then towards the end of the year we're going to Cornwall. We've got some day trips. And then going to be doing some solo well camping and things.
I'm trying to organise it so that Christmas time in wintery time, we're going to try and do the...
What else? We've got Halloween special coming up.
Halloween special with Aaron and
so much to come. Guys, hit that subscribe button. We've got lots and lots to come. We'll just keep you updated with everything. And like I said, hopefully one of the next things that we are going to get done is getting the new setup in the camper. Waffling a bit now, aren't I? We said it before, but hit the subscribe button. Guys, till the next one. Bye for now.